To start off, in the rear left of the engine compartment you have your brake fluid cap with tank. To the right of the tank you have your air conditioning pipe. In the 12:45 o'clock position you have your heat shield. Located between the timing belt cover that protects the timing belt drive system from outside interference, i.e. dirt and water, and the expansion tank that is used to store the expanded coolant when the coolant is heated up, you have your fuel return pulsation damper. This is your expansion tank. On the tank itself you have your expansion line that takes the expanded coolant from the engine when the coolant is heated up, your sensor that is used to tell the driver if the coolant level is too low, and last you have your pressure cap. Located in front of the expansion tank you have one of your air conditioning recharge ports. The port is there with another port so you can attach an air conditioning recharge machine to the system. To the right of the air conditioning recharge port you have one of your engine mounts. There are two to not only hold up the engine, but another one located at the bottom of the engine compartment that connects the engine and gearbox to the subframe. To the left of the air conditioning pipe you have your radiator support and air conditioning sensor. Going more forward is one of your headlights. In this location you have your electronic control unit to control that headlight. At the bottom of my video you can see your other air conditioning recharge point. Located in front of the engine mount you have your fuel filter. The filter is used to filter out water and contaminants from the fuel to be used for the fuel injection system. On the top of the unit you have arrows to tell service personnel the direction of fuel flow. You can also see your pipe that takes your fuel from the tank to the fuel filter. And last on the filter you have pipes that goes to different parts of the fuel injection system. Located in between the engine and radiator support you have your dipstick. The dipstick is critical because it's there to check how much oil is left in the oil sump. Located at the bottom of my video on the slam panel you have a warning sticker to warn you of the dangers of the engine compartment. Covering the engine is your engine cover. The cover is not only used for cosmetic purposes, it is also used to reduce the noise of the engine. On the cover itself you have the manufacturer logo and TDI, which stands for turbocharged direct injection. One more thing, you have a cutout on the cover so you can gain access to your oil filler cap. To the right of the engine cover you have your air filter. The air filter is used to filter out dust, debris from entering the engine. In front of the filter is your washer fluid cap. From the cap you can see the neck to take the fluid to the washer fluid tank. Located in the power distribution box you have your relays that allow small current circuits to control big current circuits, your fuses to provide short circuit protection, located behind the air filter you have your 12-volt battery. The battery is used to power the 12-volt system when the engine is not operating. Located to the left of the battery you have your pipe that goes from the air filter to the inlet of the turbocharger compressor housing. On the pipe itself you have your mass airflow sensor. The sensor is used to tell the engine control unit how much air is entering the engine. Located on the lower rear of the engine compartment you have your gear selector cables that takes the movement of the gear selector to control the gear shift system. Below the gear selector cables you have your gearbox. The gearbox is used to create different gear ratios for different driving situations. Behind the gearbox you have your steering rack. The steering rack is used to move the tie rods that moves the wheels left and right. With the engine cover removed, you can see your diesel high pressure pump that is used to ramp up the fuel pressure from normal operating pressure to very, very, very high pressure to be used for the fuel injection system. Also on the pump you have your high pressure fuel line that goes from the pump to the fuel rail. To the right of the pump you have your air to water intercooler. When you compress air, it heats up, reducing the density of the air. So, to increase the density of the air, you have an intercooler. Moving back from the previous component, you have your fuel rail. The rail is used to distribute the fuel to each fuel injector at equal pressure. Also on the rail, you have pipes going to your fuel injectors and pipe that goes from the high pressure fuel pump. Under the cover that is used to reduce the noise of the fuel injectors is your fuel injectors. In a diesel engine, the fuel injectors are used to inject the fuel in an atomized form to ignite the air in the cylinders to create a massive pressure increase to force the piston down for the power stroke. Also on the injectors you have your electrical connectors to control the fuel injectors. In a diesel engine, the accelerator does not control the throttle body, but instead is used to tell the engine control unit how much fuel is needed to be injected into the combustion chamber. Thank you very much for watching my video and goodbye.